Alright. We are starting off with friends are easier to make and easier to lose. However, I think because I know Samantha is probably going to get the head start here. Well, basically what this event is, all I can truly reveal is Samantha will be involved in this race. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cars and I'm going to change the look of what my car currently looks like because, well, I've been using this now for a couple of episodes, so I figure now is probably the time for me to change it a notch. Sure, why not? I just like red, period. I'll just go along with it. Alright, let's go.
You want a shot at me, but you gotta prove it.
You want a shot at Eddie? He says you gotta race some tougher competition. First one up, Samantha. This is where things are gonna get a bit heated. Well, I'll just mute myself and let you see for yourself.
I trusted you, and now you want to take me on? Well, see you at the street, punk.
So yeah, spoiler alert, we do basically have to race Samantha. And the other thing I will say is that in order for us to take on Eddie, we also need to take her down. In other words, we basically need to win. And there is a good reason why I switched over to the Integra. And Samantha is not going easy on me, and I just ran her into the wall. But then again, I do need rite of passage, so I do basically need to take her down if I'm going to move up. And I just hit a pickup truck. Come on, reset. Okay. Overall, I gotta say, her car is not really that fast compared to mine. So, I don't think this is going to be too hard to beat. It's just a matter of me being able to work through the traffic without making a total tit of myself. This race actually isn't too hard to win, but however, if you think this is where our story with Samantha ends, then I highly suggest you think again, because, well, later on, spoiler alert, we will get to win Samantha her car back again. But again, as I said before, in order for us to get rite of passage, we have to beat her first, and I'm not doing a very good job of that at the moment. But anyways, there we go. I win! I also get another 6 grand. And I beat Samantha to the line by 11.7 seconds. That's just how much faster I was. Jesus Christ. She never even stood a chance. But anyways. So we get another cutscene now about what happens next. The one in the 350Z, by the way, is not Eddie. But basically, we beat Samantha. Her car is now in the hands of TJ, and basically we will be racing TJ at some point later on. But we will win her car back again. Have no fear. The car will be re-won. But before then, however, I've got to get through this drag race. And I'm now going to switch back to the RX7 for this, because I figure acceleration is going to be one of the main keys here. As well as speed. So this is probably the car we'll be using now for the rest of the episode.
Are you ready to race? Don't keep me waiting, because I got no time to waste on a wannabe player.
Prove you can be the best by sending... Okay, let me start over. Prove you can beat the best by sending these posers home with their tails between their legs in a 1-mile drag down Main Street. Okay. Let's see how we go. Eddie is now at the top of the charts in all the leaderboards now. I'm pretty sure he is. But we will take him down, eventually. In other words, we will beat him. So we've got a Skyline in the field, we've also got a 350Z, and an Eclipse. That is our competition. Well, I was closing in at least. Oh, I wrecked the Skyline apparently. Can I pass the Eclipse? Just. Second time's the charm, baby. As I beat Todd to the line by 1/2 a tenth. Sparks was third, and it was Kaz who I basically racked out. Probably because he was in my way, but whatever. I basically racked him, but it's okay because I don't think he'll take it personally. And we've now got the Skyline among our unlocked cars. Interesting. However, I'm going to continue, as we have now got a drag racing tournament. And before we move on to that, well, let's check our rankings. Okay, so Eddie is no longer on the board, which means he must have beaten all of them. That's probably what the case is, but anyway. We've got our drag racing tournament to get through, and before we move on to that, I'm going to save the game just in case, and I'm also pretty sure that I may need to get myself a thumbnail just whilst I'm here, because I figure that's going to be necessary in order for me to present this the right way. Hopefully I can, but we'll wait and see. Sure, this'll probably do it. Alright, on to first dibs.
Hey bro, knew you were gonna contend, but it's pretty weak that you turned on Samantha.
With performance mods up for grabs, be top of the table after this 4-round drag tournament downtown. hopefully I will be. But my only real question is knowing how far I can go. I don't think I'll get the sweep, but I am hoping to at least not finish last. And it looks like we've got a different competition this time, but probably with very similar liveries. And well, I may have won the first race, but I don't know how that's going to transpire compared to everything else. Well, at least I can say most of us finished, except for Britain, who wrecked himself. Okay, let's continue. Come on, come on. There it is. Well, at least I kept myself in the race this time, which is a pleasant surprise. I just literally had to step on the brakes and I actually avoided disaster. And that now means I am tied with Fish for the lead. Well, still got 2 races to go. I'm just glad to say I finished that one. May have come home 3rd, but I am glad to say I did not total my car in the process, which I think is the main objective for me in this. Just trying to get to the end of every race and making sure that I get to the end of each race whilst I do it, basically. Or at least try to. Even then, of course, if my efforts at the end of the day turn out to be mediocre, but again, I try my best. And I am going to win the 3rd heat. Okay, 3 down, 1 to go. And Fish crashed out, which means that I have now got a big enough lead for me to now pull away with the lead. And we now have a tie for 2nd between both Fish and Britain. So that's going to be a debate and a half over which one does it. Anyways, time for the final heat. Hopefully I can pull this off. I've got a good advantage, so I reckon this won't be too hard. I am right where I need to be. All I gotta do is finish. And if I can do that, then I've pretty much got this in the bag. And had to shift a little bit early there, but again, it was just so I would not get wrecked on the launch. And I'm right behind. Okay. Had to short shift there, but again, that was so I could avoid disaster, and I do beat Britain to the line by mere feet. I literally beat him to the line by 1/100th of a second. And Wart damaged out. Probably because he hit that delivery van. But then again, I had to step on the brakes in order to avoid catastrophe, or else I too would have been part of the melee, but thankfully I was not. So, got the win, 3 out of 4 in the end. I am fine with that. Won by 8 over Britain. Fish was third as a result of him damaging out in the previous race, and Wart came home last. Hey, I've now got another 10 grand. So, level 3 fuel system, level 3 turbo, and level 3 brakes. Alright. That's all cool and good. I'm now going to put those upgrades on this thing now, because I need them. So, stage 3 fuel system. Sure, I'll go with the one with Stillen. Stage 3 turbo. Sure, let's go HKS USA. And last but not least, the brakes. Extreme performance. Large, cross-drilled and slotted rotors. 4-piston racing calipers. Cool. And yeah, let's go with the first one. Okay. Also, I'm very close to reaching this car's top speed. And nothing else yet. Okay. Well, we've almost unlocked all the upgrades. And next up, we've got another 4 races to do. So we've got a circuit race, a sprint race, another drag race, yuck, and another lap knockout. Oh god, is this lap knockout gonna be that super hard knockout? Because I've already gone through one of those, I don't want to go through another one, please. But anyway, so yeah, there is that. So, the drag racing tournament is now done, so let's now move on to our next event, which is a circuit race. As we are now heading over to a new track by the name of Terminal. Bury these guys in a 4-lap race downtown to earn the right to pick some new rims for your ride. Okay. And we'll get 1,500 credits if we win the damn thing. And since it's not a drag race, I'd imagine I will have a much stronger shot of actually winning the race, which is precisely what I want to do. So, here we go. Got an Integra, an Acura, and a Supra as our competition here. Hopefully this time I can make something work. Let's see how this goes, and hopefully I will succeed. Excuse me. I reckon if there's going to be any car that will help me to succeed with this, then I would say this car is probably my best choice, so that is what I will go with. So I've switched over to the Acura RSX, a car which I honestly think is going to be my best choice in terms of achieving with this, but it depends on knowing if I can manage to keep my cool and avoid crashing long enough to get there. I've also established the shortcut is probably not going to help me too much, so I'm simply just going to take the long way round, because that seemed to work for me before. I also know the last corner of this course is going to be the most crucial if I'm going to pull this off. So, if I do manage to win this, that's probably going to be the spot to do it. But I will make sure to give it all my effort, because, well... Oh, okay. Oh, shit, okay. It's alright, it's fine. I'm still in this. I have not completely lost it. I'm also glad to say I got ahead of the Integra again. So I know the jump is not going to help me out too much. I also know that my best option is to slow down and take the corner instead of cutting it, because I know that jump is not going to be very helpful. Especially when I have to focus on my entry into turn 2. But I reckon if it's possible this time, I might be able to get this whole thing nailed. Providing I can manage to keep ahead of the Integra, which is driven by spin. So, we're doing well at the moment. I am actually leading this thing. I've really got to make sure I hold on to my lead, because I know these AI are very tough to beat once they get in the lead. Just need to make sure that my entries are right. He forces me into the wall, but he gets the worst end of it. And I've now led all 3 laps. Now I just got to make sure I lead the final lap, which is precisely what we're on. Maybe this run will give me victory, maybe it won't. But one thing that I know for certain is I've got to make sure my corner exits are very solid. And I just fucked myself. But I might still have a shot. Oh, he got a poor entry, which puts me back up top. Maybe this will be the time where I do actually manage to pull it off this time. Get a little bit loose there, but able to correct it on the entry, and oh, he fucked me. Oh, did I get him? Yes! Oh, he wrecked himself. Yeah, okay, that explains a lot. I thought for sure that was going to be a side-by-side finish, but I am glad to say I got it that time. So it was Takashi who finished in second in the Supra, then it was Spin who came home third, and Jared came home last in the second Acura. By 11 seconds. Got there eventually. I did have to struggle to get there, but... excuse me. After doing a couple of resets, I eventually did get there. So, all is well and good. And next up, we've got ourselves a sprint race. Followed by a drag race, and then another knockout race. You know something? I might actually stick with the Acura for now, because I figure this might be my best choice for now. So that's what I'm going to do. Until we get to the next drift race, that is. Then I'll switch back to the RX7. Climb to 4th spot in the rankings. Don't take anyone lightly in the race, as they are just as hungry as you are. Well, since you say that, I'm going to save the game right before getting on with this. And I am going to make sure that I do manage to at least keep on top of my progress. So now we are climbing up to the 4th spot in the sprint race rankings. Although, I'd imagine since I'm using the Acura now, I probably will be more likely to get the head start advantage if I'm going up against rear-wheel drive cars, but we'll wait and see. Okay, so we've got a Sentra, a Supra, and a Honda S2000. Who will win? Hopefully it will be me. And since this is the starting point, might as well get some air points, because I know we won't be up to speed by that point in the run. And stepping on the brakes, we've also got some traffic here that we've got to deal with, but that's okay because the AI don't seem to get through the traffic quite as well either, and one of us is getting wrecked at the back. Couldn't tell who exactly that is, but someone has definitely had an incident. And doing well so far. I am up at the front. I did also save the game before continuing with this, so I will not lose track of my progress regardless of what happens. I've kept it with me, and as we're now on the bridge and shifting up into 6th gear at just under 180 miles an hour and getting a little bit of a push there from the S2K, but able to stay out in front because of my stronger grip. And now I've just got to make sure that I stay in this thing. So I'm going to take this path here. That is the line to take. And there we go. I win first try in my Acura RSX. And what do you know? I actually get a victory celebration from the far chase cam. So Matt came home 2nd in the S2K, Stan was 3rd in the Toyota, and it was Hector who finished last in the Nissan Sentra. Alrighty. Yeah, we're up to 4th. I am glad to say I picked the Acura for this. We are moving up in the world. I'm also going to save the game because I have a feeling the drag race is going to be a bitch. But it's okay, because I do have the car to use. I could switch over to the Nissan, but I think I'll be alright with the Acura for this one. Dragging on. 1 mile will seem like 100 when you've got 3 tricked out cars hot on your tail. Keep your cool and you'll claim the 4th spot in the rankings. Hopefully I will manage to get up to 4th. We have made some good progress so far with the Acura. Hopefully we can aim to keep that going. Please. But we shall wait and see. I think the only reason why I won that sprint race is basically because, well, the and over the jump. Oh, okay, and there is some carnage. Can I manage to get across? Okay, doing good so far, and I win first try. Nice. Very nice. And it was Lazio who totaled his car, and everyone else got wrecked. So I beat Ishii to the line by 27.5 seconds. MacD was 3rd, and Lazio DNF'd in the Nissan 240SX. I'm also gonna need some water once I'm done with the next race. Do excuse me a moment. Alright, skirt the issue. I have a feeling this is going to be the pain in the ass lap knockout, which I encountered once before and struggled with my might to win, but since I'm using the Acura, hopefully that won't be the case. We shall see how we go. Hopefully we shall go well, but we'll wait and see. There's still plenty of time, but we'll wait and see how we go. Use the rules of the game to your advantage. Stay out of last place for all 3 laps to get access to the next, most radical selection of side skirts. Well, since you've said radical, I'm basically going to be trying my hardest to get those radical side skirts. Although I really can't say the side skirts I'm currently using are really that impressive. But then again, that's just me. Anyways, we shall continue. So we've got a 206, a Nissan Sentra, and what's the other car in this? Oh, it's a Celica. Okay. I'd assume Chad's in this race, probably. That's probably who the guy is in the Celica. I really don't know what to do about this anymore. I might just have to mute myself. If I know my throat is going to keep acting up like this. That might be my best option. Or me just literally revving the shit out of this car. That might also be my best option if I'm going to win this. I've also decided to concede a loss. Since I figure there's not really going to be much else that'll happen after that. But anyway. And that's a wall. Oh, and the Celica's in the wall. Not managing to get past me. Is it just me, or did the AI suddenly get good? Because I have a feeling that might be the case. I also have a feeling the 206 is no doubt going to be fast. Although, technically speaking, on that previous attempt, I lost out to the Sentra. Unfortunately, I don't have to deal with him again because he is now out. The Sentra is the first one out of the knockout. And I am here in my Nissan Skyline, basically pushing with all my life to somehow win this knockout. Even then, of course, if my tail lights, in my opinion, look quite ugly. But whatever. It doesn't matter because I am leading. I also don't have to worry about getting eliminated because the third placed car is well behind. Oh, no, fuck you. Oh, god damn it. You got me. You bastard. There's just something about that 206 that just makes him so much better than me. I've honestly just got no fucking clue on what that is, over why he's just that much better than me. There's just something about that car that makes him so fast. Oh, he's wrecked himself. Well, I think that means some of the pressure I had has now been alleviated. Just gotta hope that holds up. And then maybe if it's possible I might actually win this thing now. Especially considering I've had to switch over to arguably the best car to do it. But hopefully this will be the shot. Hopefully this will be what gets me the win. Providing I don't wreck myself in the final corner. I do not. And there we go. Took me a few attempts to get there, as well as a few swaps, but I was able to beat Bryce to the line using the Skyline. Deshaun was third, and Rico finished last in the Nissan Sentra. Got there eventually, even though I did have to spend 27 minutes on this recorded attempt for me to somehow get there. And we've now got Market Street Reverse. Alright, good. And now, what have we got next? We have got a drift race and a circuit race. You know what? I will do the drift race. But before then, I will save the game, because I can. I'm also going to have a lot of editing to do. But hopefully, things will go well.
Import sooner, dude. You want on their cover, you gotta win this next race.
And if we win this drift event, we get on another cover of Import Tuner. With the 4th spot in the drift rankings up for grabs, use Style and Grace to make sure your car gets in front of everyone's face. I will. Providing I can manage to avoid the walls long enough. But we shall wait and see. Drift race. As I am using the Nissan Skyline for this event. Because I can. And well, at least I got the points. Let's see if I can manage to get my car on the cover. Let's try and see if the S2000 can make anything happen here. Hopefully it will, but I don't know for sure. Hopefully with its high RPM I might be able to do something that will help me to get this under control. I did just score something pretty big there, so we're looking good so far, even though I just lost a combo there, but let's see if the S2000 can make some magic work. Even though I am not proving the magic at the moment, as well as I should be. I need to be doing better than this. But I don't know how to be better than this. As much as I'm really trying to put together some valuable points. I think the AI are just outscoring me at the moment, and I honestly couldn't explain why. Well, that's a good place to start. I might have made the right choice here by using the S2000. I might actually be getting somewhere now, compared to before. I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere now, because I'm scoring and I'm scoring big. Now I just gotta make sure my luck holds on. Hopefully. Well, I'm in a good spot at the moment, so maybe I can manage to achieve something good here. But we'll wait and see. Okay, well, we're scoring big at the moment, so I obviously must have done something right. Because I'm scoring big and I'm holding on. I think I might have found my perfect match for this race. Even though I'm still hitting the walls, but whatever, it's fine. At least I'm getting my points together, and that's precisely what I need to be doing. To stay on top of the AI. I think I might have actually found my perfect combination here. Potentially. Especially considering how well I've been performing with this thing now. I think I might have found my answer to the Supra. Okay. I reckon if I can score at least 230,000, then I should be good. Somewhere above that number should secure me the win. Possibly even 240,000, if the AI really fight back on this final lap. But hopefully they will not. But hopefully they won't. So we're doing good. I am putting together the points when I need to. I'm doing pretty good, but I still need to make sure that I hold on, because I know about what this AI can do. And is that going to be enough? Please be enough. Yes! It is enough. I've also found my answer to the Supra. The S2000 has served me well, as I beat Takashi to the win by just over 16,000 points. Carla was third in the Mitsubishi, and it was Nesto who finished last in the Dodge Neon. Well, took me a couple of tries to get there, but I was able to do it. Hey, we've got some more body vinyls, and another unique vinyl, and we've also got the Apex integration vinyl. Interesting. Bilstein, Baller. Hey, we've also got the Stuff Magazine vinyl. And we're on the cover of Import Tuner. Also, fourth in the Drift Ladder. That is all very good. We're up to 5th, baby. Sorry, we're up to 4th in the Drift Ladder, baby.
The cover of Import Tuner makes your ride look like the meanest thing in the street.
I'm so glad the S2000 served me well. So now we've got ourselves a circuit race. And you know what I'm going to do for this? I'm going to go back to the Skyline now. Just because I figure this might be the time for me to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch back to the Skyline, because I figure that will be my best choice. Even though I will lose some money in the process, I have established that this car will serve me well. Foreplay. Take on some hot fours for the 4th spot in the circuit rankings. 4 laps down by the docks will challenge even the most experienced drivers. I'm going to save the game first. And then I should be able to get on the cover of Hot Fours sooner or later. Hopefully. We shall wait and see. Okay, so I'm up to fourth on every ladder except for circuit. So let's get on with foreplay. Alright, here we go. Already read the description once. So, let's see how this goes. 4 laps around... What's this track called again? It'll come back to me. I just need to think about it. Just having a sip of water, and now... let's go! Thank God. I actually made it with this thing. It took me a few choices to pick the right one, but once I did get there, everything kind of came to me naturally. Although I did have to put some chewing gum in my mouth so I could actually do this properly, and quite surprisingly, I did do this properly. So, now got another 1800 in my bank, and I'm now on the cover of Hot 4s, I think. Is that right? Unless that happens in the next one. Well, it could happen in the next one. But anyways. We're now up to 4th in the circuit rankings. Yeah! And we're also 4th in all the other ladders as well. As the circuit rankings are led by Sparks. Vince leads the sprint rankings, Todd is at the top of the drag rankings, and Dirt is at the top of the drift rankings. I guess Eddie must not be on the ladder anymore, or is just long since past him. Anyway, I'm going to call this an episode, because our next couple of events are going to be tricky ones, and I really don't want to struggle on this one any further than I have done. So anyways, yeah. That'll do it for this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it